everybody, Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Sunday, June 23rd, and we have 4 WNBA games to talk about. If you do like the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps out more than you think. Yesterday, I actually worked all day, so I just had a few parlays that I put in. Nothing hit. I ended up going 3-3 on my WNBA picks for the 3 games yesterday. The one I missed was the under in the Mystics game. Would have hit one of the parlays if I would have hit that one. But we also were off on the Phoenix, Minnesota game. We had Phoenix to cover and the over, I believe. Because Phoenix have been scoring, and I thought they would at least put up some points against Minnesota. But Minnesota's defense showed up. So we got the under hit in that one. Sparks and the Liberty, that game went over. Sparks covered the 14.5. Anything over 10, we said we looked towards the Sparks. So that was the case, but that worked out. Washington blew out Dallas, and they play again today. So looking at today's card, I'll go ahead and start with that game. The Mystics and the Wings. Washington is, like I said, it's a back-to-back. We are on Washington again. Don't know why this line is like this. All the same people are playing. A lot of 3-pointers scored in that game, and I think that Dallas will at least be able to correct a couple things to keep the score a little closer. So still leaning on the Mystics, but I think the under might hit this time. So we were only 6 points off in the first place. So next game up, we have the Liberty and the Dream. Biggest spread on the board. We're at 9, and the total is 165. Bet all the way up from 159. So we've missed a lot of value in the over, but that's still where I'd look. The Liberty are on a back-to-back. They played the Sparks yesterday, but the Dream are not a good team. Lowest scoring team in the WNBA. They do play some defense, so but they have to score to keep up with this Liberty team. So I'm definitely on the -9. I could see it under, so the total's not my favorite. They beat the Sparks twice in a row. The last time they lost was to the Phoenix Mercury 2 games ago. But they have not covered the spread in 3 games either. So this is a perfect spot for them to bounce back spread-wise. And total's not my favorite. So -9 for the Liberty is my pick for that game. Connecticut Sun and the Seattle Storm. Storm are home favorites, 1.5 points. And the total's at 153, lower total. Lowest one on the board today. Connecticut has a good defense, which is why it's down there. It's been bet down from 158.5, so it did start around everything else. But they haven't played each other yet this season. This is the 3rd time this season Connecticut has been an underdog, and they last time was last game, and they didn't cover against the Aces. So actually, both of these teams just lost to the Aces. So probably my least favorite game on the board, but I'd lean on the Sun to bounce back and cover on the road, and probably went outright at this low number. So +1.5 for Connecticut is where I'm at. Last game up is the Fever and the Chicago Sky. These teams just recently played also. On the 16th, and the score was 91-83, Indiana. Was that the game Angel Reese fouled out? Okay, it looks like Angel Reese came close to fouling out that game. I know she fouled out in one of the earlier Fever games. But I actually saw some of that game, and Indiana looked like the better team out there. They shot 56% from the floor, 44% from three. They won the rebound battle. Caitlin Clark, leading scorer of the game. It seems that the Indiana Fever have figured a couple things out, and I'm going to lean on them to continue that streak. Let the rivalry between Chicago and Indiana continue. I think the over is a good play for this game. Last game was 91-83 with a total of 168. I can see a similar game. So lean on the over. Lean on Indiana Fever to cover the 2, and that's my favorite pick over the total. So Indiana +2. If I had to pick, it would be Washington Mystics to beat the Dream, and the Fever to beat the Sky. Then the Liberty to beat the Dream, and Connecticut to beat the Seattle Storm would be my least favorite. So those would be my picks. Lock them in, let's get some money. We'll be back tomorrow to talk more WNBA and Stanley Cup.